his final scene has been stolen, so we're trying to figure out who's got it.
Okay, cool.
But first off, hi, and welcome back to Layton's Mystery Journey with Lena and Ashley.
Hey.
We're gonna go do the daily puzzle first. What's this one? Rise to the challenge. When they were up, they were up, and when they were down, they were down, and when they were only
halfway up, they went either up or down.
There you go. Could 10,000 men solve this? Okay. He had 10,000 men.
March them up to the top of the hill.
Okay, what do I need to do? Each area needs one balloon and one weight in it. Press and hold A to pick up a balloon or weight. Yeah, they can get that. Balloons will rise until they hit an obstacle, while weights will fall until they hit an obstacle.
Okay.
Balloons and weights that have already been placed will act as obstacles themselves. Okay. If there are multiple weights or multiple balloons in an area, it will turn red to indicate that this isn't allowed. But when there is exactly one balloon and one weight in each area, it will turn blue. Blue will do.
Cool.
Okay. So one area is on like here and here.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get one into here, there would need to be a weight. Oh, that counts as an area here, that counts as an area here. So can I just put it...
Yeah, I imagine you need to stack that up.
So...
There, yep.
Like that?
And then probably a weight to the left to that one. To go, yeah, there.
And then a balloon in here. One balloon here, one weight here. So... This area is going to be interesting, so it would be 3 balloons,
Three
like
balloons
here.
straight down.
And then the weight would be here,
At
yeah?
the bottom, yep.
So 3 balloons, boop, boop, and boop.
And then a weight at the bottom of each of the others.
Yep. Boop. Wrong buttons, wrong things. Done. That was interesting.
That was a very, very simple puzzle.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was only the first one of that type of puzzles.
That's true.
So that would be the easiest one. Like, I could click on... Wait, let's go see. Thank you, did it. How many more of them are there? There's 14 of them, so...
Oh, they're all this kind of same one?
Yeah, that's the point of the puzzle. They just get harder and harder, sort of thing. So far, I've only done the individual ones of the first one of each, the top row so far. But yeah, anyway, let's continue with La Story. I actually can't remember where I'm at the detective agency. Under investigation. I actually also need to go back to case 2 eventually and find the rest of my stuff.
Are you missing some puzzles?
Yeah, so when you finish a case, there's still... You can actually go back into it when you're done. Like after you're done and like go find everything. So I went back and completed all the ones in case 1. But I still haven't done that for case 2 yet. So I might do that later though. Let's go. Finish this one. I'm almost done. I've only got 2 more clues to find left. So shouldn't take too long. The story so far. The team hear that projectionist Seymour's pet minor bird, the Major, is sometimes allowed to fly freely around the projection box. Catrail is forced to give up on her popcorn dream and instead goes for a hunt for Mr. Tor, the chief editor. But it appears he has left the theatre. His name is Eddie Tor.
Eddie Tor, yeah, I remember.
Look for Mr. Rector in the foyer area. Okay, so I can go back in now. I already spoke to Eddie, so I don't need to talk to him again. Is he still a puddle of sadness?
Oh, that's so cute, that outfit.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, I need to check my outfit as well. Okay.
You look like got the Jotaro hat.
Oh yeah. Oh, you think you're approaching me? Alright, continue.
No director. Ah, but there's Emiliana. Look, perhaps she'll know where we can find him.
Yes, let's go and ask her. We can find out how her profiling is going at the same time. Actually, before I do that, change the outfit. Hehehe. Gotta get new clothes. Hehehe. Okay, cool. Something simple. Hello, Emiliano. That's good. Oh, still there. Still here. Pretending to do real detective work? If I were that good at pretending, I could pretend like I could pretend to like you. So how are you getting on? Don't be so catty. No doubt you've hit the brick wall, so you've come to see if you can glean anything from me. Not at all. I was just curious to know how your profiling was going. Very well, I'll tell you. Perhaps hearing some genuine deduction will make you realize how unsophisticated your own efforts are. A taste of cutting-edge profiling work could do wonders for your future investigations. Well, we can dream, can't we?
You know, this lady always makes me want to scratch.
Oh, Shell. Be quiet, Hound. Don't interrupt him with your meaningless yapping. meaningless yapping.
Yes, bow wow as in bow wow, you're annoying.
Aww. So, having spoken to everyone involved, I've built up a detailed profile of the case. The only person who was unhappy about this final kiss scene was the editor, editor. In other words, he was the only one with a motive. He had complained to the director that the stolen scene was inappropriate for the film. However, Tor has an alibi. On the other hand, Seymour Frames, alone in his projection box, yes, Seymour Frames.
I really hope that there's just like one character out there that actually like reacts to all these names, but everyone else just goes with it. Like they don't see anything wrong with it. They're like, you get it? It's like editor, and he's the editor.
And I was like, no, I don't see it. Everyone else is like, no, I don't see it. Alone in the projection box had the opportunity to commit the crime, but there was no clear motive. Frames is crazy about his machines, but has little or no interest in the films he shows using them. Therefore, he had no reason to commit the crime. The logical conclusion of all this is that the real culprit is someone else, someone we have yet to investigate.
But who could that be?
The only other person with access to the film reels who has not been investigated thoroughly up until now is director Maverick D. Rector.
Rector? But why?
Rector's a new renowned perfectionist. His attention to detail is well known. How meticulous he is about such minute. I can just say minute, but minuet. I don't know. How do I say that? I just look at you like, what? As the shape of clouds in the sky or the sound of waves. And it would appear that the final kiss scene in this latest film of his has been troubling him for some time. The perfectionist in him just couldn't decide if the scene was up to scratch, if it was worthy of inclusion for his magnum opus. He agonized over this right up until the premiere screening today, when, finally, he made up his mind. The scene had to go. With no time to lose, he cut the scene from the reel and either hid it or disposed of it, all for the sake of the perfect film. That is the outcome of my analysis of all the available evidence. Very interesting. It's certainly a plausible theory, Emiliana. Oh, I wasn't expecting to accept it so graciously. But something about it just doesn't sit right with me. What? Do you have a problem with my profiling? It's not exactly a problem, no. It's just something I can't quite put my finger on.
Miss Layton's deductions go beyond logic and reason, you see, Emiliana. They have magic all of their own.
Huh. Magic has no place in case solving, Ernest. Catriel is working on a hunch, nothing more, and hunches are unreliable. Well, anyway, I think we should have another chat with Mr. Rector. He was too upset before to give us any useful information. Well, that is certainly true, and the more information we gather, the better. Ah, and talk of the devil, yeah. That's him over there, isn't it? Oh yes, and he's with Mr. Tor, it seems. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even realize. It looks like something is going on between the two of them. You should have started reading Emiliana's line. Didn't I read?
Eddie, there you are. Have you got a minute?
Didn't do
Sure.
both, though.
Actually, there's something I need to talk to you about too. But not here. Can we go somewhere a little more private? How about in the auditorium? It's probably empty now. We should have the place to ourselves. Suits me fine.
Suspicious.
Did you see that, Miss Layton? They disappeared into the auditorium together.
Yes, this is an interesting development. We must sneak in there as well. Oh dear, you keep playing your private eye games, Catriel. Some of us still have real work to do. Oh, fuck. Another clue. Perfectionist. I've only got one more clue to go. Perfectionist Rector wasn't satisfied with the final kiss scene. Emiliana has conjectured that he cut it out of the reel himself. But is she right? Is she? Okay, well, let's just go in. No, I know that. There we go. I don't think there would be any point in me talking to anyone else. That's strange. We all saw them come in here. Where have they disappeared to?
Over there, cat.
How do you know, Shell?
Where have they
Where
disappeared
to?
On the stage.
Oh no, I don't see them actually. Where are they? I can't see them. Oh, gotta do a puzzle. Well, they're angry.
Alright then, Eddie, why don't you just admit it? You're the one who cut that scene, aren't you? You've never liked it. You've had a problem with it from the first day of shooting. Yeah, and you knew that, but you refused to cut it yourself. You stubborn old fool. Who's the director here, eh? Me. I am. If you say a scene stays in, If I see a scene stays in, it stays in. Or did I misunderstand the meaning of director somewhere? If you've got a problem with the way I make decisions, then this partnership of ours is over, as of now. It's over, you say? Oh, Maverick, you've gone and done it.
Please, let's all calm down and try to talk about this rationally.
Oh, where did you spring from, Miss Layton?
Never mind that now. Just take some deep breaths and calm yourselves down. Breathe in and out some more, and a little bit more. That's it. Keep...
Are you trying to kill me?
Of course not. I'm a detective. I much prefer investigating murders to committing them. Anyway, it's clear that you two have some unresolved issues.
Oh, you overheard that, did you? We were just letting off some steam about the film, that's all. It seemed like a little more than that. The end of your partnership together? This know-it-all thinks he's got God's gift to romance films these days, but his love scenes have always been a total disaster. It's only my editing that saved them all these years. It's thanks to me he produced so many hits. But does that mean anything to him now? Not a jot. Well, he might have chosen to forget, but mark my words, I haven't. I mean, what about this love scene,
Oh, here we go. Good job, babe. Nice editor. The perplexed partner. A romantic Romeo has come to take his sweetheart to a delightful dinner. To add a little excitement, instead of telling him her room number directly, his playful partner took photographs of every junction along the route to the room and sent them to him. The photos aren't in any particular order, but by studying them carefully, you should be able to work out which of rooms A to E is the correct one. There you go. In puzzles where there are two different images to consult, one at the bottom left and a bigger one on the right, you can toggle between use L and R. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Alright then.
So that's our starting location there.
Yeah.
So the first thing we should be looking at is a wall that goes left or right. Oh no, not a wall, sorry.
Well, not really.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Because there's, if he stood here.
So it would either be one of the first two photos, because,
The first two here, yeah.
Yes. But it's got a fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah, fire extinguisher is this one.
So that would be the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Can you move them?
Like that? What do you mean?
Like move them to the side, that could be nice, but...
No. Okay, so...
After the fire extinguisher one...
So say if he walked again...
You'd come across the wall, right?
Yeah.
So you could either go left or right from there.
Yeah, he's probably going... So probably... Say if he went up, so past fire extinguisher and then turned... So fire extinguisher then turned right.
Mm-hmm.
We'd hit this corner part here.
Yep.
Then you'd keep going. You'd hit this one, right? Oh no, you'd hit this one, I think.
You'd have to hit the one at the top first.
The one at the top?
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah.
And then if that was the case, that you would have to turn right to get the one on the far right.
So it's probably neither C or E. I don't think. Right? I don't think it makes sense. It doesn't look like, especially this photo here. This doesn't look like to get this photo, you'd be here, yeah, or like here. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You'd be
yeah.
here or here for that type of photo. So I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's A or C or E because this photo doesn't make sense as well, right?
I think perhaps that photo in the bottom left corner is going to be the one that helps us decide.
Mm-hmm.
How many situations are there where that happens? I don't think there are many.
So is it? Oh, let me go back into it. So is it just?
So you're walking along and you can either turn left or go straight up.
There's no like turning parts here, do you think, or do you think there is and you just can't see it? kind of hard because it's just the junction area. Because technically,
turn left or go straight.
it looks like as far as you can see is just the just like the part in front of you. So that this photo could be like here, or here, basically. I think, and that's it. Like
no,
if you walk
not
up this
necessarily.
way, right?
Oh no, yeah, it's probably not likely that you would be coming back. But if you did a circle around, for example, went towards D from the upper section and then turned around, it could be that section there, in the middle of A and B, but towards D, on the lower end.
Here.
To the right, it could be there.
Here.
Yes.
If you
were coming back from the D way.
Right, but you wouldn't do that. It actually could be D as well, actually, because this whole way here. So
right,
say if you're standing here facing D. Yeah.
Would make sense. So we've gone through the one with the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
And then the next junction after that, imagining we're going towards D, there's the cross there. So that's the other open cross area. The next one across.
This one.
Oh yeah, there's that one at the top right, and then that also has the.
No, it's not.
If you go forward from the fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Forward from the fire extinguisher.
And then you see the cross.
Then you would, if you turned left, you would see this one.
And then you would see.
Then you would turn this way.
Yep.
And then you'd get this one, which would lead all the way straight down to D.
Yes.
So you would think it's D?
I think so.
Because I don't think it's A or B. I definitely don't think it's C or E.
Yeah, I don't think it's A or B because you won't get that picture in the bottom left corner.
The only way you'd get... Yeah, so you wouldn't... Yeah, so it would definitely not be A, but you might be able to get B because the turn corner would be this one, yeah? Like, you would assume that the ending would be B here, but then you'd have to...
You'd have to get the one in the bottom left, and I don't think it's there.
I don't think the bottom left one, yeah, makes sense. Anywhere on the journey to it. Okay, well, we'll go with D and see what happens.
This should do it, I think.
Yeah,
nice.
got it.
And that's how it's done.
Good job, nice.
Maximum pickerats.
Nice work. You did it. Lucky you found the room on time. Otherwise, the couple's dinner date would have been ruined. Imagine if I did that to you. How would you feel? Just be like, come find me.
Where would you be?
Like, as if I did that, like, I'd take photos of the hallways, and you'd have to figure it out from there.
People just see me like walking around like the hotel,
What's
looking around.
What is this?
Security's calling me.
Yeah.
Oh no, guys, this is my girlfriend's playing a game.
I'm just sitting there like, why has my boyfriend never showed up?
Candles have like gone, they've burnt all the way down to the bottom.
Oh god. Anyway, continue.
Well, I didn't think you'd solve that one. That had me stuck for decades.
There's no puzzle that can't be solved with some calm and considered thinking.
Mr. Tor, if you calm down a bit now, perhaps. Calm down? Are you being funny?
Oh no. Yeah.
I don't care about that spat with Maverick before. But I can't be pinned for this theft of this final scene. I mean, it's a matter of pride. What sort of editor would do something like that? I say, miss, I don't think this fight is going to sort itself out anytime soon.
Oh well, never mind. It's rather fun to watch. Shall we? Huh.
Great idea, Kat. Let's just forget about the case and watch the two prime suspects argue instead.
Great idea, Shell. Let's do that. Don't be snide, Shell. If we listen in, they might let something slip that gives us a lead.
I love that they're still fighting.
Yeah, I know.
Even though we're watching them. Sneaky cat. You are one sneaky cat, Kat.
Yes, I am.
Pride, that's more important to you. Pride.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I was just thinking of Haikyuu.
Oh, right, yeah. Yamaguchi.
Pride, that's more important to you than honoring the decisions made by the director. Cutting scenes you were never asked to cut. For the last time, I did not steal that kiss scene. And you know that? I would never cut a film unless you gave me the go-ahead. So it's no secret you didn't like that scene. You always had a problem with it. Come on, admit it. Yeah, I had a problem accepting that the great Maverick director could be happy to end one of his greatest films with a scene like that. Why don't you admit it? You never really got on with that scene either, did you? Yes, I did. I was perfectly happy with it. So you're willing to compromise on quality these days, are you? You make me sick, Maverick. But you know what makes me more sick? The fact that someone other than me cut out one of your films. Alright then, Eddie, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Tell me that. If you ask me, it was you. Listen to your conscience before you get corrupted by fame. How dare you? Back in the old days, you wouldn't have stopped shooting until you got that scene you were 100% happy with. But now, well, those days are gone. Yes, the days when my films made no money. Look, I've changed my directing style. It's for you and the rest of the crew. And we're grateful for that. We all appreciate actually getting paid. Don't get me wrong. But does that mean you have to make such a huge compromise to the production? Does it mean you can't be true to yourself anymore? Look, I know you said your love scenes were rubbish, but the truth is, you have shot some good stuff in the past, haven't you? Maybe, but that was a long time ago now. Anyway, Eddie, being too idealistic doesn't pay the bills, does it? That's the bottom line. Fine. If that's your take on it, there's nothing more to say. Goodbye, Maverick. Yikes. That didn't end well, did it? Mr. Tor walked out.
That was a big yikes. This could be our chance to get some important information out of Mr. Rector. Come on, Ernest. And you, Shell.
Just ended like one of his biggest relationships and friendships.
Well, yeah. Mr. Rector, I'd like to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind.
I'm not really in the mood at the moment, but alright. It'll get this whole thing cleared up quicker.
That was a rather heated argument you and Mr. Tor just had. Are such disagreements between you two, the two of you, a regular occurrence?
Eddie and I have been a team for a very long time, since before I made it. So we've had more than a few fights over the years, yes. Back in the early days, we used to have blazing rows about production issues. Still, it's never gone far before. We've never talked about going our separate ways.
Yes, well, one ill word asks another, as they say. If you said things didn't mean, if you said things you didn't mean, I'm sure an apology will go a long way to fixing things.
With Eddie, I'm not so sure.
I hear that you used to make films that were a lot less mainstream, with more fringe appeal. Is that right?
That's going back a bit now. Anyways, it wasn't like I'm trying to shoot fringe films. That's just how it worked out. That's how people took my material. It wasn't for everyone. But Eddie really liked my old work. And now that I'm making more films, more people actually want to watch. He's not happy about it. You know, he was always pressuring me not to include that last scene in No Sub for Love, right from the start.
Yes, he told me. He said he didn't believe it was true to your style.
Not true to my style, huh? That makes it all sound so simple. The truth is, I don't even know what my style is anymore. It's just typical of Eddie though. He never had any hesitation in telling me I was wrong with my films. Sometimes it makes me so mad. But I have to admit it, he's usually right on. Oh, who am I kidding? He's right this time too. You mean about the stolen scene? I just wanted it to be real. I wanted to shoot a kiss scene that looked like it was genuinely from the heart, not just two actors playing their parts. But somehow, I couldn't get it right. In the old days, I wouldn't have given up. I'd have just kept shooting and shooting until I got the result I wanted. Why didn't you do that this time then? You're young. I wouldn't expect you to understand. The fact is, as you get older, you lose that drive you had in your youth. No, you're quite right. That's not something I can relate to. It sounds rather sad, to be honest.
So you're telling us that Mr. Tor couldn't accept the scene you shot? That he cut it from the film without your permission?
Yes, that's his job after all, cutting film. And he's very good at it. I can't really say I blame him. This is all my fault. This might sound like a strange request, Miss Layton, after everything that's happened, Miss Layton, but could you try to keep this quiet? Eddie did it for my benefit at the very end of the day.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
What? But if this comes out, Eddie's career is over. Is it really worth destroying the man just for some sense of obligation to uphold justice?
That's not the reason at all. It's because Mr. Tor didn't do it. You see, the fact is, you are his alibi, Mr. Rector.
Exactly. You and Mr. Tor were together at all times until the start of the screening, weren't you?
And when you checked over the film reels together, you found no problems. So if Mr. Tor was never out of your sight after that time, then however much he disagreed with the inclusion of that scene, he had no opportunity to cut it.
I suppose that's true. So someone else stole it then? Well, that's wonderful. Miss Layton?
Oh, sorry. Good. It looks like I have all the evidence I need now.
Bring him
I've
in.
got it. Film just before screening. Oops. Blup. I can put puzzles together. What am I doing? I've got it. She looks so bright and yellow. Ah, mabushi. Too bright. Rector and Tor checked the film reels just prior to the screening, but they both found no issues with it, and the last scene was present. Solve it. Of course, yes, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, and I'm deaf now. That was right down my ear, cat. Miss Layton, have you solved it?
Yes, Ernest. I believe I have. Just as every film has a final scene, every case has a truth to glean. And now, I've uncovered both.
Oh, well done, Miss Layton. Brava. And what a spiffing verse that was.
Ernest, summon the suspects.
Gladly, Miss Layton. Gladly.
I've got it. Thank you all for coming, everyone. I have finally ascertained the truth about the stolen kiss scene.
Really? You have? Who did it? Come on, spill the beans. I want to know who did this to me, and why. Hey, Hal. What's that? That's what I want to know. When was it cut out of the reel? Tell us, Mr. Detective. Pull us out of our misery, please.
Momento cacciarel. Why have you asked so many people here? It's clearly obvious that most of them couldn't possibly have been involved. Oh, it's much more fun this way. The more people, the more attention. Cacciarel. Do you want to be Phineas?
I can try. I agree with Miss Layton. She's a born performer, that woman.
Oh, this is so exciting. I couldn't miss a show like this. I mean, as mayor, I have a vested interest in the truth. As the head of the Seven Dragons, I feel obliged to see this case through to its conclusion. Do you want to be Major? Oh, don't need me. Don't need me. Minor role. Oh, that's why it's minor. I was wondering what so it's minor and major role. Like
that's so funny.
The name is Major. Yeah. Mr. Frames.
And I really don't care about what happened to that scene. Can I just go?
Maybe she really did bring everyone in.
Come along, Miss Layton. We're all dying to hear the truth about this case and who the culprit is.
Let's not rush. This is a detective's moment of glory, after all.
Sure, if this was a film, I'd be having a good suspense track running in the background. Cue the suspense track.
I think it's pretty suspenseful, don't you think?
And really draw it to build up tension.
Exactly. Now, let's get to the case. This was an extremely strange affair from the outset. A final scene stolen from a film on the very day of its debut screening. So what could be the truth behind it? No doubt you have all have your own theories and ideas. But I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that the real truth will make even the most outlandish theory of yours seem tame. Because you see, the truth is always stranger than fiction. What?
Okay. Is it like the animal? Okay, Cat. Is this just a shaggy dog story, or do you actually know who did it?
Alright. You can, let me milk it, could you?
If I had to identify one culprit in this case...
Yeah, the bird.
What?
Didn't do it. Major minor. When the reels were being switched during the screening, you did a major minor poo on the film.
A poo?
God.
And his poo hit the all-important kiss scene. Is that it?
You weren't expecting Phineas's voice, were you?
No.
But surely a little bit of bird poo could easily be wiped off the film.
Would everyone please stop saying poo?
Oh God.
Indeed it could,
This
Mayor
entire
Frames.
case is a poop joke.
Which is where the second guilty party in this escapade comes in. You, Mr. Seymour Frames. All the equipment here has just recently been upgraded. Mr. Frames cares for his projection machinery so deeply, he couldn't bear the thought of running a soiled film through it, even if the excrement had been wiped off. So he cut the infected scene out of the reel altogether.
So it's his doing then.
Is that like super illegal?
Yes.
Just like.
Yes, but with the Major resolutely denying everything, it's going to be hard to make it stick.
Oh no. Oh God, the poo jokes. Well, there you have it. Is Ernest gonna do the move? Oh, pisses all around Catriel.
Ah.
That cut was really funny, but yeah, that's cute.
Great film.
I loved it. Where did that kiss scene come from?
Apparently, Mr. Rector. He cut in an old scene of his own to replace the missing one. It's a clip of himself kissing his lover, shot
Aw.
a long time ago when he was still just starting out as a cameraman.
Foxy.
Foxy.
It was supposed to be a film about his own love affair. So the clothes and everything match the style of the other scenes perfectly.
Aww.
That's how he integrated it so seamlessly.
You've got to hand it to the old dog. It's a very moving scene.
Yes, because it's full of genuine emotion.
They weren't acting. It was true love.
If only someone would give me a kiss like that. Just imagine.
What?
Ernest.
Oi, Pinstripes, what are you imagining?
Nothing. I was just...
Just what? Spit it out.
No,
What, you dirty mongrel?
She knows what she's doing. Catriel.
The music kind of reminded me of, like, Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah? A Naval Advance No Sub for Love was a hit at the box office with its passionate final kiss scene. And now Maverick director is currently working on a new, albeit not too mainstream, blockbuster. Very nice.
Good for you, man.
I love the when they were doing the case solving thing in the.
Is it? You always stumble on the answer in these cases.
Stumble on? It sounds like you think it's just luck, Charles.
Well, isn't it?
not at all. The truth is, Miss Layton makes logical but instinctive inferences.
Yeah, what I was saying was like I love when it was like the culprit is, and they all like flashed everyone in the room
Yeah.
like bam, bam. It felt so anime, like bam,
It
bam,
does, doesn't
bam.
it?
Like who is it?
Where did they get this power?
Minor miscommunication. Got a new case, woo! So it's got Madame Dublé, leader of the 7 millionaire dragons, needs help to find her precious pet. Well, I might do that later, actually. We can actually go look through the case coda as well first before I do anything. Case coda, just to finish up the story. Minor miscommunication, actually. There we go, that's how I do it. Frames is enjoying some quality time with his pet bird, the Major. It's time for speaking practice again, but it's listening it's the listening where the problem lies. Let's watch this coda. Are you gonna be Mr. Frames?
Yes. Alright then, Major. It's time for your daily speaking practice.
Snore.
Did you just say something?
More speaking.
You're hungry to learn, eh, Major? You're so clever, aren't you? Alright then, let's start with something easy. Seymour's cool. Ready? Just copy me. Seymour's cool.
Oh, fool. Seymour's a fool.
Seymour's a fool? Oh. Oh, of course, you didn't say Seymour's a fool, didn't you? You said Seymour's fool. You really are a genius. How did you know I ate too many sandwiches for lunch? I can't believe the things you know how to say.
Oh, really a fool.
You're right, I really am full. I wish Mum hadn't packed so many sandwiches for me. Alright, let's try something else. How about... Seymour's the best. Can you say that? Go on, give it a try.
Seymour's a pest.
Seymour's a pest? Oh, I see. I misheard you. I thought you said Seymour's a pest, but you actually said Seymour rest. Don't worry, my eyes just look like this. Everyone's always telling I need more sleep, but I'm fine, really.
Really a fool.
You really are amazing, Major. You can say anything. It's almost like I understand you as well. I'm glad I've got a friend like you. They never leave me.
Ain't never had a friend like me. Fat chance.
I didn't catch that. What did you say?
Fark. Fark.
Oh, you were just making a minor bird call. Whew. I thought you said something else for a minute. Well, I think that's enough practice for one day. You must be getting hungry. Time for a snack, do you think?
Snack. Want a snack?
I know. Alright, you wait here. I'll go and buy you something. Just don't be mean to Albertina again while I'm gone, okay?
Go away.
Huh. You really want a snack, don't you? Alright, I'm going. I tell you what, I'm going to get something extra tasty. Some of those crackers you like, maybe.
Crackers. Seymour's crackers. Seymour is crackers. That was adorable. What do you think, babe? Should I start the new case, or do you think I should go back and finish off some more puzzlies? I think that's what I'll do.
Finish it off.
Yeah. I'll investigate this case.
So I'm missing 4 puzzles and like a ton of hint coins.
Yeah, a ton of hint coins. So basically it just takes you back just before you finish solving the case, so
right.
You can just kind of explore whenever you want. I'm apparently missing 3 here.
Oh, it tells you where they are. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Oh. Thank you. It doesn't tell me where they are, it just tells me how many I'm missing.
Oh, there's the Tower Bridge over there. Isn't it splendid? It's funny, that bridge looks totally different in the daytime. I mean, not funny, but funny.
Tower Bridge looks a little like two giants shaking hands, I think. That's an interesting way to see it, I guess. I think it's a hidden puzzle. If I talk to her, I'll end up solving the case, probably. There you go. There must be a lot of people living in a building of that size, I imagine.
Yes, all neighbors to one another. I say, it must be awfully tricky to remember who lives on which floor.
Yes, it's helpful because you can just go back and then it'll tell you which places that you, and like how many you're missing sort of thing, so you can just go back and, you know, do it easy. These 4 people, A, B, and C, D, live on different floors of the apartment block. Can you work out from the comment which floor they live on? Yeah, I love these. I live 3 floors down below D. I live on the 7th or 8th floor. I live on an odd-numbered floor. The floors we live on each other equal distance apart. Okay, how many floors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 floors. So, if they're all equal distance apart, would that mean that they would all need to be at least like on the next floor under, sort of thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
each of them would need to be 3 floors below the
3
other.
floors? Isn't that too many?
Oh, that is
Isn't
too
it
many.
8 floors? It'd be 7th floor, so then the next person would have to be
right.
on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
Because I live in an odd number. So C says he lives on an odd number. That means it has to be B has to live on the 7th floor.
So if A lives 3 floors below D, that means that you would think that A would be at the highest, right? Oh, 7th or 8th floor, sorry. Oh, and I live 3 floors below D. Okay.
I live in an odd number floor, so let's just guess that must be actually no. So D would probably be 5, right? So then 3 floors below?
See, that's interesting because
wait,
it could
maybe it's not.
be... It could be... No, it'd have to be 5. Because
It'd have
if
to
the
be
other
5?
one's...
3 floors below D.
Yeah, if the other one's 3 floors below D, it can't be 3, which is the next lowest.
Mm-hmm. Whoops.
Because,
But then number... Wait.
this one would... C would be 3. Because D can't be on 3.
Yeah, but then 3 floors apart is not 1, though. That's 4 floors apart. Unless it's not counting. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just counted the floors from this. I just assumed. It's actually 9 floors, not
It's 9
8.
floors.
I counted wrong.
But if someone lives on floor 7... if someone lived on... I mean, someone could live on floor 7 and another on floor 9.
Yeah, so that means probably D is floor 9. Wait, no. Yeah. Let's put D on floor 9. Oops. Pressing the wrong buttons once again. And then 3 doors down, 3 levels down is 6. Right? But then
They're not the same space apart, so maybe...
I'm confused because of the 3 floors below thing. Does it just mean...
So if you're 9, you'd expect it to be 8, 7, 6.
But does it mean 5? Like completely 3 floors below. Do you think that's what it means?
No, I'd think it would mean 6, because if you're on 6, then you're 3 floors below 9, right? Because there's... Right? That's how I would imagine it.
I'm kind of thinking that's probably more that they like all live on like what I think they just live 1 floor under each other. So as in like
Yeah, I'm thinking that
so
too.
D would be at the top. Then it would have to be it can't be C because C lives on an odd number actually. So that means B lives
could
on the
be
8th
8.
floor.
Yeah.
Oops. And then C lives on the 7th floor. So then they're all 1 space apart. Right, making it 2 spaces apart is too hard.
Yeah.
So it'd be 7, 8, 9. 7, 9, 7, 8. No, yeah, I think that's right. Does that make sense now?
It makes sense to me.
I think you're thinking about it too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Puzzles are made for solving.
50 Picrazzo was actually a difficult-ish one, apparently. Yeah, you did it. A lives on 6, C lives on 7, B lives on 8, and D lives on 9. Figuring out how far apart they live from each other is the shortcut to the solution, yeah. That's all I was like, you have to figure out how far away. Like, so it must be just like one floor each. You have a view over so many different buildings from here, don't you?
Yes, Mayor Lowinda certainly enjoys a spectacular vista.
Lowenita, I think it is.
Lowinida.
Okay, so this area is done. So the red spots, whoops.
The blue spots would be the incomplete ones, or...
No, the red ones are the incomplete ones.
I think a hint coin for this one.
What these I can just go back to the story. There you go.
Nice.
I'm missing... No, I didn't click on that properly. There we go. Missing a puzzle. And a hint coin. Hello, sir. Puzzle? No. Starchen Scarf? Or what is this? Starchen Scarfen.
I knew you'd come. I knew you'd want to speak to me about it sooner or later.
About what exactly?
As if you didn't know. You want my puzzles. You want to see if you have what it takes to solve a Starchen Scarfen puzzle, don't you?
Sure. Oh, well, I do like puzzles, yes. So this guy's in every game, that's why it's funny. What are you doing?
Just chilling.
Fire 2 cannonballs to destroy all of the boxes. You can only hit boxes on the bottom row. If a box is destroyed, the above boxes will fall down. If the number on the adjacent boxes form a sequence starting with 1, all of the boxes in that sequence are destroyed. Which boxes do you need to hit to destroy all of them with just 2 cannonballs?
Okay.
Select a cannon to fire at the corresponding thingy. So it has to be the ones adjacent, doesn't it? So it doesn't mean like, so I can't shoot this one, it'd be like 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can only shoot the bottom ones. Does it matter which way?
So that
it
means
goes?
you would have to destroy. You would have to create how big of a sequence do you need? Do you need a full sequence of along the whole
Probably.
bottom? Because you need to create.
Let me just see what happens if I do it. Right. Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it means. I was confused. Okay.
So you'll need to create at least 2 sequences.
So if I shoot the 3, it'd go. This one would fall. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would work. Like that.
Oh right. Yes, that would work.
So let me just get rid of that so I can actually see it work. Oh no, it does the opposite way around. What was I thinking about? I'm an idiot.
Wait, what?
I shoot the 3, not the. Whoops. No, not that. Stop.
Shoot the other 3.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to do. Like that.
Cool. Now I imagine you'd shoot the 2 in the middle, right? No.
So the 4 would fall down. Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, that does work. Yeah.
Because then it would, yeah, stuff in there. Boop. That's a pretty cool puzzle.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Ta-da!
And that's how it's done.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the wrong thing.
The wrong
yeah.
the wrong number.
button, yeah. We cleaned those up nicely. Yes, we did. Thank you, Stutch and Scruffin. There, solved.
So you solved it. Well then, it seems like I must seek out greater challenges for you.
Oh yes, please do. I look forward to it.
Yeah, man. What are you doing? Talking about your puzzles with only 30 picorettes.
Give me something more difficult, sir. There we go. Aha.
I thought I saw it light up before.
Just 1 hit coin. There you go. Easy.
And
Okay.
that's how it's done.
Well, I think I might leave this episode here. Actually, no. I might gonna do a daily puzzle. Finish off with the puzzle. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Slice and fare. The gluns want more than their fair share. Slice the cake so guests get at least 1 strawberry or chocolate piece on their slice. Sounds delicious. I want cake now.
Yum, cake.
Puzzles. Okay. Make horizontal and vertical cuts in the cake to arrange it so that there's at least 1 strawberry or 1 chocolate on each piece. Okay. Pieces can't have nothing on them. That would never do. And they can't have both a strawberry and a chocolate. That would be unfair. If you create an empty space, it will turn red. So you know what they say. You can't have your cake. So you can't have your cake and eat it. Okay. So I need to split it 3 times to get the right amount. It looks like it. 1's less there. 3 times? Yeah, there's 3 strawberries and... No, there's 4 chocolates. Wait, I'm confused. Does 1 chocolate need to be left out?
Get
Well,
at least
it says
1
at least,
strawberry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go underneath that chocolate piece there,
At least 1 strawberry or 1 chocolate.
yeah,
And
at
each
least. So you can have 2 and that's fine.
Okay.
Right?
Oh yeah, I'm confused. Does it just want...
Oh, you can't have 2 of 1. So slice up the top right. No, that was good where you had it there.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Top right as in this one?
Yep, that one there.
Like that?
Oh,
Oh,
and then
this
that
is-
one's...
yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that should be it, right?
No. It would do it on... It would solve it on its own, so... At least 1...
Can you...
Does it need me to split it 5 times? Is that why? I'm confused. Like, I don't know how many times it wants me to split it. That's
Can
why
you
I'm
go
confused.
between the chocolate and strawberry up the top?
Oops. No, because if I went between, then I would get a blank space.
Oh, you would too, wouldn't you? Actually, go back to where that was.
Like that?
Yeah, that's it.
If you'll entertain my idea here,
I'm still confused.
still got a patch on Miss Layton, of course.
Wait, let's see what it says at the end. So I don't get...
You can only have a strawberry or chocolates. So
Also, I had to split them up as in
Yeah.
like... Yeah, okay, I get it.
so
it
these
couldn't
ones are
be-
strawberry ones and these ones are chocolate ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
That was
just
confusing.
it was hard to read about what
Yeah.
it was actually wanting us to do.
Okay, after that puzzle, let's just leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more content, please subscribe. We'll hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Puzzling with cake.